I remember I interview I would say a philosopher, but a political philosopher in Vatican, an African, of course, because here we are concerned about our country, about our continent. We are concerned. Okay, so when I say, but you are there talking, but come on, we need to talk about it. Doesn't matter wherever you are.
Okay.
This is a responsibility for every one of us. Hello and welcome to Obehi Podcast. I'm your host, Obehi A14, and I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now let's get started with today's episode. We have a stake in the progress of the nation, so we must speak it wherever we are. All right, now, he said that politicians basically are contesting to become the cook for the nation. That you say, okay, I'll be the best cook for the nation. So Buhari and his team came to the Nigerian people and said, we are going to be the best cook. We're going to do the best for this country. Fine. So what was their agenda? What was the plan? What did they say they were going to do that made you believe in them?
Well, that made me believe in them. Then that was there. Yeah. Then they talked about crashing, probably creating the balance between Nigerian money and the dollar, the naira and the dollar. Probably trying to make sure that a dollar is equal to a naira and all those beautiful words. I wasn't expecting a magic, truth be told, but at least I was expecting an obvious reduction such that the local producers, the fish farmers can export at will. We can import things. We are not taking a full Ghana must go loaded with naira just to have 100 pieces of American dollars. We are looking at a government who promised us that subsidy will be removed, and I still tell myself the announcement into February next year, I don't know how many times they will announce it. And this is one beautiful thing. When we talk, let us know that history will always record whatever that is done per time. At a point, we learned that subsidy was to be removed. And that was the basis for the argument. Okay, the crude oil is no longer selling, this and that is no longer working, we are going to do this and that. And it was raised from 97 naira, if I'm not mistaken, down to, it kept on rolling to 167 or 162 so far now. So what is the assurance that if we accept 350, that there won't be another talk? Are you with me, sir? That there won't be another talk thereafter to say, as at that time, now there is now more nations are now getting crude oil, this and that. Our Nigerian oil is now low of standard, this and that. So there are always excuses. So by now we expected that the petroleum pump prices should have come to at least 20 naira, 30 naira. That was the argument they had on TVC and other medias. You see them having this, what is it called? Cartoon analysis on TV, this and that. By the time we reach to this thing, it will look like the telecommunication industry when Globacom came on the board. You see other this thing crash down their SIM card cost and what have you. All of this sweet mouth was going. But I discovered recently that when you want power, you can say anything. Our people, you said something at the beginning of the program, that it is all about the people. There is nobody that emerged as a leader today that wasn't one time a follower. So what values are you inculcating in yourself so that when you become a leader, you stand your ground? If when they were followers, it shows what they had. It shows when they were one time head of state. It shows the quality of stuffs that they were made of. So I don't need to dig deep to make any fact findings about you, Mr. Obehi. But from the things you say, from the things you do, I can tell the contents, the pills, the food, the things you have ate and that has polish you to this point. So if this is what they are displaying, they are only exposing all that they took in. It means they weren't as the way we were taking them to be. It means they lied to us. It means they fooled us. It means they deceived us. But take note, we had used them before. We will use them again. They will always be tomorrow. And posterity will always speak. So that is it.
Thank you so much for that. And of course, we are not going to take on those issues like the Nigerian petroleum, which is actually a mirage, no?
That's the language.
A mirage. It is says that this is a country that pump in a lot of crude oil. Our crude oil have to be refined outside and sent back to the country.
Back to the country.
What are we using to think? Our anus or our brain? Do we even have brains? Like, okay, now we are talking about the automobile. One gentleman in the East, okay, because it's an Igbo person, is that why we don't want the Nigerian police, all the Nigerian police department across all the local government in Nigeria to be using Inosun, so that the world will know that in Nigeria too we can produce car, so that Ghana can also come and import and buy from Nigeria? Who is going to buy Inosun motor if the Nigerian government doesn't buy it? What is the rationale? What is the reason? So that is why I was asking before. Is it because the quality are too poor? Have we tested it?
No. I think I need to break you there, sir. You talked about, is it because he's an Igbo boy? One thing that is very obvious that I think we should push forward as a campaign is that we must see Nigeria as Nigerians. We must see Nigeria as Nigeria. The question of are you from the East, are you from the North, should not be. Do I need to ask who produced the tomato I want to buy in the market? Do I need to ask who produced the whatever it is? So I think it should be a thing of pride that this is coming from us. This eventually is going to pull more resources to the country. This eventually is going to be the pride of Nigeria. Now, when we have a Northerner playing in the field of in the Nigerian football team, by the time a Northerner score a goal, everybody say, hey, in excitement.
Nigeria.
It is a Nigerian that scored, not so the glory is not to the Northerner, the glory is to the entirety of Nigeria. So if a Northerner has the ball in his hand and he saw that an Igbo man is well positioned to hit or probably give the right kick, will he now say, no, it must be me? It doesn't work out that way. So there is no nation that is divided against itself that stands. And that is why we still bring it back to goodwill. Let there be a campaign for Nigerians. Let us all know that if Innocent Motors sells all over the world, it is to the pride of Nigerians, not to the Easterners. It is to the Yoruba man should be happy that Innocent is selling, and Innocent, the Igbo man should be happy that the Yorubas are producing the brains in other departments and what have you. And the Northerners should also be happy and excited that we are doing well.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I really appreciate your zeroing on this point because it is very important, very, very important. You see, now that we just said that Toyota has been in Nigeria since 1965.
65, yeah.
That is 5 years after Nigeria got independence. Up until date, they are still in Nigeria, supplying cars to Nigeria, supplying cars to the Nigeria police, to the Nigeria custom, and all of that. There is nothing bad about that. The French want to supply cars to Nigeria. That is good. Now, the question is, who is going to buy the Nigeria motor? That is what I'm asking. In Lagos, how many distributors do we have that are selling innocent motors? In Abuja, how many distributors do we have that are selling these motors? Because, I think we should grow beyond this idea that, okay, it's locally made. Sorry, I'm not an Igbo person. I'm not an Igbo person. That is not from the point of view I'm speaking. But I just want to point out something, a disease that we have, all of us. Maybe, for example, you say, na Igbo made. What are you talking about? They used to say the Chinese made. But the Chinese have sent people to the moon. with their Chinese made. If we allow the Igbo people, the Igbo will also send somebody to the moon, because what it takes is technology. And of course, I understand that we are going to break this down under the umbrella of the Nigerian nation. So we need a Nigerian president, a Nigerian leader who is able to understand that we need Nigerians to develop the Nigerian aeronautic industry. We need Nigeria to develop the Nigerian automobile, to create food. We don't need to import food from Germany or China, because what is happening to our forests in that case? If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Ewafo. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you in the next episode.